you detaining me?
Listen.
I'm asking you if you're detaining me.
We're asking
All right,
to
then
stay
I'm
out
coming
here.
in this public office.
No,
It's
you're not.
open to the public.
Not this moment.
I am.
Let's talk.
Excuse me.
You not to take pictures of
And we
my
dropped
staff.
2 more 60
They've
footers.
requested not to be part of any
I
articles.
acknowledge that you requested it, and I'm denying it.
Well, I'm denying you.
This is a public place. I'm asking for public service.
Please, sir.
Do what?
Sure, 'cause I'm away.
Sir, I did not consent to be recorded. One more minute and I call 911.
Are you okay, sir?
You guys didn't learn anything from your shenanigans. You got these signs up, huh?
Yes, we
Did
do.
you get my lawsuit that I served you?
Yes, we have received it. It's been forwarded on to our insurance company. A FOIL request, I suggest you reach out to someone that can assist you with that. I don't want the responsibility of filling out
You're
your
being
FOIL.
sued for not filling it out once. You want to be sued again? Because it's in the lawsuit because you refused to do it for me. You're not going to fill out a FOIL request for me?
What I'm saying is, I will not
I'll
take...
serve a second lawsuit. I have no problem with that. If you want to just forward it to the insurance company, we'll just keep
If you
cashing
won't
in.
let me anything
But
further,
don't you
I
think
can
it's
assist you.
ridiculous that you guys went through all this restraint to
I'm
put
not
this camera up and you can't even stop a camera?
I'm not responding to that question.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It looks dumb.
I'll be
This
happy.
is your idea of serving the public?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, these kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they ain't got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing me no more. I'll take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair.
Oh, they're going to have to
Fill his school with bald hair.
Hey, do me a favor, keep away from the SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification.
You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
All right, Erie County fam, we are in for part 3, the revisit. But before we do, I promise you part 3 would contain the body camera footage of the deputies and what they said inside the doors where they locked me out of public. We are not going to recap all of part 1, just some main key points of things people said in this video that, well, quite frankly, when you see part 3, the revisit, you're going to realize this lawsuit was extremely necessary. The original video is linked in the description if you have not seen the full video. Part 2 is also linked in the description where we served the lawsuits, ended up having to do it at the post office. We are not going to recap any of that video, so if you haven't seen it, that's also linked in the description.
Hi, can we help you?
No, I'm just dying to grab some photographs of the office. Just a publicly accessible area.
I'm sorry?
I'm just here to grab some photographs. I don't actually need any help.
Okay, well, no photos of staff, please, okay?
Oh yeah. We're gonna catch this one eating lunch and everything.
As you can see, as soon as we walked through the door on the original visit, it was do not take pictures of the staff.
You say no photos of the staff. What is the frame? What's the frame that you're referencing when you come in for photos?
Everything that I can see. My frame is everything that I can see.
Asked you not to take pictures
And
of
we
my
dropped
staff.
2 more 60
They've
footers.
requested not to be part of any
I
articles.
acknowledge that you requested it and I'm denying it.
Well, I'm denying you, so please leave.
Now, I put this part in here to show you guys her asked me to leave, and I promise you, she's never going to ask somebody else to leave again, and it has everything to do with the lawsuit and nothing to do with just me showing up, and this is going to be proven. Let's get ahead to it.
I have no problem suing you for these pictures from this ignorant, arrogant lady back there.
Please don't call my staff arrogant.
I could call her whatever I want. I got the freedom of
Sir,
speech.
you came in here with a hostile intent.
No, I didn't. I simply
We
took
asked you-
pictures. I was just simply taking pictures. I was very polite. I was very polite.
We asked you, I asked
It's all on video.
You're more
on
than
video.
welcome to take pictures, film, whatever. I said, please keep staff out.
All right, if I want to take that staff's picture, if I want to tell her she's an ignorant bitch, I can do so.
Whoa, hold up. That one definitely didn't age well, and I definitely took some heat for it from the fam, of course. But I want to point out what I'm talking about this lady. There was a point when, in this original video, she asked a question, I started telling her, and then she just cuts me off in mid-sentence and dismisses me like a arrogant bitch. And quite frankly, maybe she didn't earn that title.
All I can really say about it is just I'm just a member of the public, just taking photographs from publicly accessible areas. I'm not going to go walking around the offices where I'm not going to come behind your desk or nothing. I'll probably stay right here. So I think I get everything I need from here.
So versus when you're taking photos in a public place, you don't have to like identify yourself of who you're taking photos on behalf as a private journalist?
No, because we have the Fourth Amendment, which protects us from unlawful searches and seizures. So unless a person is suspected of crime, they're not obligated to identify themselves at all, whether it's a police officer or even somebody in the town hall.
Or the use of the photos?
The First Amendment grants freedom of the press to
Oh,
everybody.
you didn't present any press identification, though. You just said you were an independent journalist.
Well, the First Amendment, the United States freedom of press, you have to show credentials to
And your
practice
camera
speech.
pointed right at me after
But
I asked you not to record staff.
But what I'm saying is, do you have to show credentials to practice religion in this country or speech or the press? No, you don't have
what the
to.
press is, but identifying yourself as press, I could do that too.
Right. Do you have a Facebook?
As a camera, I don't have a Facebook.
Do you have any social media? Twitter? None of that. You don't tweet out nothing. That's freedom of the press, man. Everybody's the press.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, when you work for the public,
Yeah.
it's just part of your job. You took that responsibility as working for the public, taking your pictures, let me wave. You're taking your pictures, let me wave.
She literally asked the question. Then when I answered it, she throws her hand up in the air like some kind of bitch and dismisses a member of the public. What do you guys think? Leave a comment in the comment section about that.
If I want to tell her she's an ignorant bitch, I can do so.
And you can kindly leave my office. Now you've used profanity.
I think
Please
arrogance
leave.
correct. I think
Please
arrogance
leave.
correct. Ignorant, no.
Please leave.
Please leave the premise.
Oh, is that protected speech here in this town?
No, that is not protected speech calling somebody that.
I don't
language.
have my staff treated that
All
way.
right, well,
Please
finish
leave.
filling out my form, public servant. Now,
Now you definitely can leave and you'll get no service. You can leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
Leave.
This is a public place. I'm asking for public service.
Please leave.
Do what?
Sure, sound away.
And that's one thing I want to point out and make very clear. This lady called the cops for me taking photographs. She didn't call the cops for me saying the word bitch or arrogant or ignorant. She called the cops well before those words came out. It's in the lawsuit. I do love when these dumb employees go ahead and tattle on themselves on camera. And there's going to be a lot of tattling on themselves on camera coming up.
All right, good.
I'm sorry, what? All right, hang on, my partner's pulling up.
He's being highly belligerent. We've asked him to leave. He's been swearing at staff, calling them bitches.
Hi, how are you?
They want me removed because I said I can tell you that lady is an arrogant bitch. They want me removed from my speech. It ain't happening. I
Okay.
need a full request filled out and I'm out of here, but I can say, this lady's acting like a bitch, you're acting like a bitch. That's constitutionally protected speech.
Am I, or are you just using that as an
I'm just
example?
using an example.
Okay.
I'm not,
Do
I
you?
don't know you. I don't know you.
Okay.
I've
Do
never
you
met
mind just stepping out here to talk to me really quick?
I'm here to finish my business.
I don't think they're gonna do anything right now.
Well, I don't
It
think
sounds
they
like
have a
they-
choice.
They do have a choice right
do
this
they have
moment.
to refuse service?
Well, I haven't talked to either them or you yet. But it'd be easier to separate you and talk to you guys separately. I'm not saying you can't come in. Well, they are having. Okay, I'll talk to them. You can stand out here.
I'll go in here.
Sir, stay right there.
Are you detaining me?
I want you
Why
to
are
stay
you
right
touching
there.
me? Why are
You
you
just
you
walked
want
into me.
me to-
Stay right there.
want me to- Stop. Are you
Do
detaining
not
me?
push into my partner. Back up right now. Do not come in
Are you guys
here.
detaining me?
Listen,
You're not being detained. We're asking you to stay out here so we. No, you're not.
Open to the public.
Not this moment. Hold on.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You're standing.
Do not
right
step
there.
any
This is-
closer.
This is not law.
Do not step any
You're a law
closer.
enforcement, right?
yes,
All right. Well, enforce the law, please. Enforce the law, please.
I want to talk to you.
All right.
All right?
I want to see what they say. I want to video
No,
record
I'm
what they
going
say,
to
and I
talk
have a
to
right
them.
Talking to them.
I have a right to video
I'm
record what they say.
Erica, is it okay to close this
Yes,
for
you
now?
can close it.
Okay. Do not step any closer to my partner.
I am not detained. I have not.
You are going to be detained in a second
what?
if you step
For
any
what?
closer to my
What are you going to
partner.
detain me for?
For harassing my
Harassing
partner.
your
Do
officer?
not put your hands on my
I didn't
officer.
touch the officer.
Good, then you are, do not move any closer. Anyway. They don't spin? Okay. What is the problem here with them? Is it that he's... Okay, I don't care about the name calling necessarily.
Now, in the original video, the title of the video is Stupidest Deputy Ever. And while I did call her the dumbest deputy alive, I will give her some credit here because she did admit she's not too worried about the speech because she does understand that it is protected speech. So I will give her credit. So that makes her probably not the dumbest deputy alive. But she better hope the dumbest deputy doesn't die.
Okay, I don't care about the name calling necessarily.
To be disruptive, he came in.
Okay.
Started taking pictures in the hallway, came to the door, and I said, "Can we help you? You can't help me. I'm videotaping." I said, "You're welcome to take pictures or do whatever. Please keep staff."
Please, guys. Just while I'm here.
Stop.
Why are you detaining me out of this public office?
Jesus Christ. Okay. So, does he live in the village?
I don't know his name. I have no idea.
Who he's working for, nothing.
He won't
Okay.
give us any information. He said he's conducting an investigation.
All right. So, do you live in the village?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, do you have ID?
No.
Okay, so
Do you suspect
if
me
you
of a
don't
crime?
have anything
that's
that
not
you
how it
need
works.
from them?
I do. I need to finish filling out my FOIL request.
Okay, they asked you for your information so you can figure out, so you can.
Does FOIL log require my ID for
They
that?
don't
No,
have
it
the
does
FOIL.
not.
They don't have the FOIL paperwork here that's online.
It's literally right there. She started filling it out. Don't tell me she didn't.
She said she needs your ID.
No, she doesn't need ID.
Okay, well then she
Can you
can't
get
help
ID
you.
out of somebody without
Do you
breaking
have
a
ID
crime?
right now?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Okay, can I have
No,
your ID?
you cannot.
Okay,
Do you
then you
suspect
can.
me of a crime?
Right now, I don't suspect you of a
All
crime,
right, then I'm
but
going
you
in this office
stop.
to finish my business. Get out of my
They are-
way. You guys are law
I'm letting
enforcement.
you know-
Call your supervisor.
I'm
Get
letting
your
you
supervisor
know
down
that they
here.
are not going to service
Get
you
your
right now.
supervisor
You
down
are
here
welcome
now.
to call 911 yourself.
Thank you. Please call a supervisor down here. You guys are law enforcement. You guys are just down here enforcing feelings, not the law. The law says I can be in this office. Now get out of my way. It's just that simple. Are you
Not get
detaining
any
me?
closer to me.
Is that illegal to get close to you?
No, do not push past me. You are not going past here.
Why am I not going in this
Because
office?
you have not identified yourself.
I have to identify myself to go into a public place.
You have been creating an issue here. They asked you to
Will you
leave.
just shut your mouth right now
They
because you're
asked
making
you to
yourself look
leave.
so stupid right now.
I don't
Wait till
care.
your sergeant.
Okay, yep.
My sergeant's
Just-
you'll have a bigger problem
Oh
with my
yeah, I'm
sergeant.
gonna have a
I'm
real
letting you
problem
know.
when he gets here, yeah.
So we're gonna.
Your sergeant doesn't know the law worse than you? Come on.
Okay.
What makes him
If
a
you
sergeant?
need something from in
I
here,
do. I need to go in there and finish filling out my
today's
FOIA
not going to
request.
happen
For why?
because they have asked you to leave because you are
doesn't matter if
creating
they
a
ask me to leave.
disruption.
Tell her I'm asking her for $5.
I'm sorry,
Go in
what?
there and ask her for $5. I'd like $5.
Okay. They're
Does she
asking
have to
you
give
to
me
leave.
$5?
They are asking you to
I'm
leave
not
because
leaving.
you're creating a disturbance
not.
in here. She said you were welcome to film out here. You were welcome to take photographs. When you went in there and you started creating a disturbance
A
and calling
disturbance
them
cannot,
names,
a camera
she
cannot
asked
be the
you
disturbance.
to no.
Look at that look of utter disappointment on my face, dealing with straight idiots. You guys think this job is easy in that moment? Let me tell you. Now, just want to point out, remember, she said she already called the cops well before I said any profanity.
Now you definitely can leave and you'll get no service. You can leave.
I'm not going anywhere.
Leave.
This is a public place. I'm asking for public service.
Please, sir.
Do what?
Sheriff's on the way.
It was
camera
because
cannot be the
it was
disturbance.
because you were being
It
disrespectful.
was not being disrespectful.
There's the video evidence. It's not about respect. It's about disrespecting our rights. She called the cops because I was recording, fam.
You were,
The ladies in there
you
were
already,
it's all on camera.
you already
It's all-
admitted to calling her a name.
I said.
You said it to
I
me
said-
right when we
I
first
said
got
if
here.
they want me to be removed because I said she's being an arrogant bitch. Right?
Right.
Is that illegal?
She can ask
that
you to
illegal?
leave. Absolutely,
Is
she
it
can.
me saying? Wait a minute. Is me saying she's being an arrogant bitch illegal
No.
in this building? All right.
No.
So
But
where's
she
the
can-
crime to remove
There
me
is
from
no
this building?
crime. She can
Exactly.
ask. She can refuse service based on your
This is
demeanor.
weird.
It doesn't have to be a
I
crime
wasn't
for
even
them to
talking
remove
her.
service.
I wasn't even talking to her.
The other people
She was
left because
talking.
you were making them uncomfortable. They have vacated the premises due to your actions.
Sergeant?
No, don't even get involved. You can go.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It was coming over.
Mine's on.
What-
But
what
also,
make-
when
what
they're-
makes
I can't-
you think that you can detain somebody without a crime? What makes you think you can do that? Honestly. What makes you think you can find somebody without a crime?
You can zoom in, I have my camera on you as well, so does she.
Make sure I get the spells and the names. So.
Yeah,
I mean,
have at it.
she's a lot more
Nobody's,
pleasant than you are.
Nobody's
You are
detaining you.
absolutely-
You do not have handcuffs on. You are free to leave.
I'm free to go.
You are not free to go in
I'm being
there.
detained from this office.
You are being detained from this office,
Why?
absolutely, because
Why?
they've refused service to you
And
today.
they can do that?
They can refuse
They can-
service
they
to
can
you,
just tell-
absolutely.
If it was
This is
why can
private
they do so?
property.
And that was the very moment I realized we were dealing with a first-class idiot.
It's not private property.
This is private property. It is not open to the public.
This is public property. This is
They
Village
serve,
Hall.
You're right, they serve
is not private
they serve
property.
the public, but
You
this
are
is
stupid.
private property.
You are stupid as
This
that.
is not open, this is not open to the public.
I can't tell her she's stupid.
No, we're not
Tell her
gonna,
to stop
we're
saying
not,
stupid things.
we're not,
Say
not-
stupid things.
we're not going down that road.
This is private property?
This
This is
is
owned by
private
the-
property,
Yes.
that's why it's
That's
locked.
stupidity. I can tell her she's
That-
being stupid.
That's why the property is locked.
how
You
do you
cannot
guys
come here unless it's not
Come
open.
in here and really honestly tell somebody this is
Can
private
you
property.
explain to me what you're trying to get out of this? I
What
truly
am I
want
trying to
know.
get?
Yes.
I'm simply coming here to take photos,
Okay.
right?
What are we taking
Fill out a
photos
full
of?
request.
I'm
The
very,
Village Hall. The Village
okay,
Hall.
I'm very curious of what your goal is today.
It was just here to
Okay.
take pictures.
Okay.
And I wasn't gonna fill out a full request, so she started taking my pictures now. She made public
What
record.
kind of request? I'm sorry, I can't tell if you're saying
Foil.
foil or photo. Okay.
You know the difference between foil and foil, right?
I couldn't tell what you were saying.
No, I'm
That's
saying
all.
you know the difference between foil.
FOIA and foil?
Foil, yeah.
What can you tell me?
FOIA is a federal law.
Okay.
FOIL is a New York State law. New York
Okay.
State has the Freedom
Okay.
of Information Law.
Right, correct.
And the federal government's Freedom of Information Act.
And you are looking for a FOIL request form?
Is
Is that what I'm understanding?
I just came here to take some photographs of the office. They freaked out, told me I can't take pictures of the staff, stop taking my picture. I was very polite with these people. Very, very
She
polite.
mentioned that she said you could take photos and videos. So there is
It's all
there
on
is a
video. You guys are
discrepancy.
you're gonna see this video because this video is gonna
I'm-
come find you. Alright? Because you're so stupid.
Okay.
And you're acting so stupid, this video is gonna come find you.
Okay.
Hundreds of thousands of people are gonna wanna talk to you
Yeah.
because you're so stupid. Public
Okay.
property is private property. That's
This,
stupid.
this is private property.
not
That's why
private.
it's locked
There's
at
nothing
night.
private.
That's why you can't
No,
come in here when they're
that's
not
why
open.
it's locked at
That's
night.
why there's business hours here. Because
So-
they
so
provide a
you're saying
public
A town park is
service.
private property because it closes at dusk and it's private property.
Yes,
That's
and
the
so
stupidest thing
also
I've
with the
ever
town
heard.
park, you can be arrested
Do
for
you
being in
agree-
a town
do
park.
you- Do you agree that the town park is not private property
We can
because it
arrest
closes
people for
at dusk?
trespassing on town parks property.
Because of why? Because
Okay.
of time, place, and manner restrictions,
Because it's
right?
closed to the public.
Because of time, place, and manner restrictions. It doesn't
Right.
make it not public property.
I mean, you can call it whatever you want. It's just they have the right to refuse service to
The
you.
problem is I can call
They don't
whatever
have
I want.
to-
The problem is you
Yeah.
can't call whatever you want. You're wearing a gun, a badge, and you have authority to arrest people. You think
Yeah.
you can hold me out of this public office
I am
right now
holding
for
you
taking
out of the public
I know
office
you
right
are,
now.
and you're creating yourself a nice fat lawsuit by doing it.
Okay.
Because what law are you detaining me out of this
There's
public
no law.
office?
You are not being
Exactly.
detained. You are free to
just said
leave.
it. You
You are
just
free
said
to
it.
leave free
You
anytime.
just said it. No
You-
crime.
They are not going
No
to
crime.
service you.
No crime.
They have asked you to leave.
No crime, and you're detaining me
If
out of
you
this office.
continue to not leave, it might turn into a crime
How?
because they've asked you to leave the property.
I've
because
asked her for $5.
This is their
Is it going to turn
property.
into a crime if she don't give me $5? It is not
Did you give
private
her
property.
$5? I'm sorry.
No, he's
Did
just
you give
I'm
her
just
$5?
he's just
showing
making
how
it up as in
ridiculous it
saying
is.
like
I'm
that
just showing- I'm
it's
using a
okay to
simile
call
show how
somebody
ridiculous it is.
stupid and it's okay to call somebody a bitch and they still have to
It's
serve you.
constitutionally protected, right?
Yeah, so
Okay.
And you
that's
swore
what
an
his
oath to
point.
uphold my
That's
right
what
to
his
call
point
that lady a
is.
bitch.
So
You swore an oath to uphold my right to call that lady a bitch, right? Didn't you?
no, sir.
No, you didn't. You didn't swear an oath to the United States
No, sir.
Constitution.
We don't uphold the Constitution to call people names.
No, you don't. You hold the
No.
Constitution for free speech. That's great. That's a great thumbnail. We don't hold the Constitution for free speech.
We'll just wait till Hendel gets
Like
here.
I said, our sergeant is coming. At the end of the day, we're clearly not able to give you the things that you want. Okay, we're not.
Well,
I'm not gonna
the
sit here and
problem
argue
is
with
that
you.
you're not doing your job.
What do you expect my job to be in this situation? To
You're-
just let you
all
run
right,
rampant?
all right, I'm gonna answer your question.
asking
I'm gonna answer your question
Yes.
fully and
Sure.
smoothly, right?
you. Sure.
Your job is to enforce the law. You are law enforcement, right?
Exactly.
You agree, right?
Yeah.
So what law are you enforcing to keep me from going in that door?
At this
No law.
juncture,
She admitted there's no law
Okay.
broken. So what authority do you think you have to let me not go in that office?
they've asked us to
remove you from the
All
property.
right.
From this
And
premises,
what
okay?
authority
Or
do
from
they
their
have?
office.
What authority do they have if I don't break a law and you can't, you as a law enforcement can't remove me from a public place unless I break a law because trespassing is a secondary crime? What authority that you don't have?
That's not true.
That you don't have, do they have? That's the question.
You're not gonna get anywhere with this.
That's the question.
I mean, right now, you're standing here, you're shaking when you're pointing to me. Why are you shaking? We're not
Because you
here.
guys are pissing me off.
Okay.
You guys are law enforcement. We got
We're
stupid
making
over
you
here.
yeah.
We got law enforcement over here. Nobody's enforcing the law. You guys are enforcing feelings. You guys are feelings enforcement.
They've refused service to you today.
Right.
We've said it multiple
That's a lawsuit.
times.
That's a lawsuit.
You can have that lawsuit with them, but if they
I just
don't
want
want
to
you,
add trespassing to the lawsuit,
if
so I'll
they
wait for
don't-
the sergeant, see if he's dumb enough to try to trespass me out
if
of
they
here.
don't want you in here, then they can say that they're not
If they
gonna
don't, if
serve
they don't
you
want black
today.
people in here, can they just tell black people to leave?
That's not the situation
Oh,
we're in
no,
right
it's
now.
not. You're right. Because
We're
it's,
not,
it's
and
kind of the
we
same
don't
thing,
play
though,
what
because I'm here
ifs.
with a camera. I'm here with a camera.
We're just dealing with what's happening right
All right.
now.
And why do
okay?
they want me to leave?
Well, they said that you started escalating your behavior.
No, I didn't.
You were calling them
It's
names,
their
and I didn't get any
presumption, right?
farther because you continued to try to push past my partner
I didn't
to go
push
in there
anybody.
so
You
that I
guys are
came in
standing in the way
here.
of the public office.
No, you were already
I have
in
to
the
go to
public
bathroom. The
office.
bathroom's right there.
The
That's
bathroom,
not a public
it's not a public
It
bathroom.
is.
Do we work for the public?
Do you work for the public?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Okay, are you allowed in our zone at any time?
Depends. Is it publicly accessible?
No.
Well, then I guess I'm not.
Okay, so this is not publicly accessible
This
here either,
village
except
hall
for
is not
during
publicly
business
accessible.
hours. Except for during business
Is it
hours.
closed?
You went in there during
it
business
closed?
hours,
Is it
you
closed?
attempted to do your transaction, and then because of your behavior, they asked you to leave.
Because of my
That's
speech,
all we have.
Because of my speech, they asked me to leave, right? My free speech in
Right.
America, and you're going to enforce
Can you
that.
just do me a favor?
We're gonna,
Once again, I'm not detained.
Okay,
Okay,
it's just
then-
a safety thing.
Are you
That's all.
detaining me?
No, it's just a safety thing. Okay?
I
I don't know you.
don't know you either.
Okay, you don't.
You guys are sitting here
you can
violating
see
my
our
rights.
hands.
Yeah,
You can
like-
see our
You're
hands
sitting here
though.
violating my rights. I've just rested my hand in my pocket. It's going to stay there. I'm not here. I have no ill will for you guys. I'm not going to hurt anybody here. I just wanted to take pictures. I just wanted public service being done. All right?
Okay, what other pictures did you want to take that you weren't able to yet?
I wanted the last photos I'm going to need is to be standing in this lobby and video recording all you guys leaving before I leave. That's what's
Well,
going
that's not
I can
going to
assure you
happen.
that that's not
Okay,
gonna
that's
happen.
not gonna be
Well, guess we'll be here till 4. What time's this place closed? Well, I'll stand here till 4. We'll leave together.
Did you, I don't remember what you said. Did you get all the photos that you wanted of the inside of the building?
No.
Okay.
I was interrupted.
What were you, there are certain areas in here that are not accessible.
Listen, honestly, I don't
So
even
you
wanna
can
talk to
see
you. I'll
right
get to
through
your
the-
sergeant. I really
You can-
dislike you.
Always. Doesn't matter what call we're on.
You're ignorant, that's why.
Right, okay.
Wait. It's unacceptable. That's what this country's full of, apparently.
Other parts to our
Okay.
job don't just consist of the law, right? We come for public.
Apparently, it consists of feelings.
Hold on. It also consists of us mediating the peace of an institution, right? They did not feel like this was a peaceful organization or anything like that, and they felt uncomfortable. Okay, there were
They
people.
all felt
Listen.
uncomfortable because of my speech.
Okay, maybe
They were
that's the
filling out
case,
my
but this
form
is their
for me
place of work.
until I said, this lady over here is being an arrogant bitch. And she said, that's it, you need to leave, and that's it. That was the escalation before you guys were called, right? There was no escalation. I was very polite. As you can see, I'm irritated and worked up by the time you guys got here. And especially with this dummy, big dummy.
Talk
right?
to me then. Just talk to me.
The problem is, you're not listening.
I am
did-
trying to
alright,
listen to you.
I-
I'm trying to
then
understand.
what was the answer to the question? What
Which
law are
question? I'm
you,
sorry.
what law are you using to keep me out of that public building? Office.
You know what?
There's not.
I
That's
can't
right, there
sit
isn't
here
one. There isn't
and
one.
list off all
There
different
isn't
laws
one.
and have this conversation,
But
okay?
there isn't a
I'm not
law
sitting
I've
in front
broken.
of, okay,
I haven't broken a law.
I'm not sitting in front of a
You wanna do your
penal
job
law,
properly?
right?
Let me in that office and make sure I don't do anything illegal. That's all you're here to do,
Right now,
right?
as you discussed, you wanted to wait and speak with our sergeant.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because I was
And
done
that's what
talking to
we're
this
gonna
one.
do.
I'm done
Okay.
talking to this one.
You can continue to be done talking to her. What you're gonna do is you're gonna stay here, you're gonna talk to me until my sergeant gets here, or not talk to me
mind talking to you. You at least speak
So
about
what,
it. I mean,
so what my partner's gonna do, and you're gonna allow her to do this, is she's gonna go in there and she's gonna talk to you. Alright? You and I are gonna hang out here.
I'm not detaining her. She can do whatever she wants.
I'm just saying.
She's free to go into
I
the public.
explained to you, I came back out here.
Talk and you're gonna allow her to go talk to them.
I'm not disallowing anything.
Okay.
You can go in there.
Right.
You and I are just hanging out with people.
Okay. What was the beginning of this?
The beginning of this was, he came in, he was doing some pictures in there.
Okay.
He came in here, he started taking pictures of things, and we asked him, can we help you? And he indicated, I'm taking pictures and filming. I said, okay, please keep my staff out of the pictures. They request not to be photographed.
Okay.
And then
I don't think you can, just so you know.
I just put it out there.
Right.
So
but legally,
he started getting,
I don't think you can.
okay,
All
well,
right.
they were
I don't
covered.
know unless you have things around here that say like that you can't record. That might be something that.
We'll get into right away.
Right. Yeah. And my sergeant might know a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure that you don't have the right to privacy in a public place.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So,
it was
but
made
anyways,
nicely.
it's fine. Yeah.
It was made
absolutely.
nicely because, how can we help you? He started engaging with my deputy,
With
clerk,
who?
my deputy clerk.
Oh.
I'm
When
sorry.
you say deputy, that's
I know, I'm
totally
sorry.
different meaning. Okay, so somebody is sitting there
Alexandria, who left
and
now, 'cause
he
she's-
starts verbally engaging her.
Yes, verbally
Is this the one
engaged.
that he starts calling names? She's
Yes.
being a
Yes.
bitch and stuff like
And
that.
then he said
Okay.
that, and he got, I said, if you cannot refrain, you're disrupting the office, the girls are getting uncomfortable, you need to leave.
Okay.
And he would not leave, and I had talked to the mayor, apparently he's a known entity at the town, causing problems.
Right. I think he's just their First Amendment, whatever's.
Yeah,
He
they're-
claims he's got like a following of 100,000 people.
All right, fam, get ready. Bethany's going to catch me in a couple lies here. She said that I told her I have 100,000 subscribers or viewers. She did catch me in a lie. That's 164,775. Cranking 2 million views and 240,000 hours of watch time in the last 28 days.
And they're all going to watch this video. And
Son of a bitch, I hate being wrong. Bethany got me in another one. I told her.
You're going to see this video because this video is going to come find you. All right? Because you're so stupid and you're acting so stupid, this video is going to come find you. Okay. Hundreds of thousands of people are going to want to talk to you because you're so stupid.
Just like that, she caught me in another damn lie. I told her 100,000 people were going to watch this. Damn it, 309,000. And pay no attention to the 3.3 million views on this sergeant protecting her from being called a dummy.
it'll be great. All these like-minded people will just see our smiling faces. He is confused about the fact that this is a public building, which I have said that the fact that you are servicing or serving the public does not mean that you cannot refuse service as well. And you can refuse service based on whatever it is. So today, maybe it's his demeanor. If he was to come another day, then he could have service here. So that's one thing. Second thing is, he still doesn't understand the fact that he does not have the right to be on the property just because it's a village property and public. He seems to think that he can't be trespassed from said place. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, he was issued 3 warnings to leave.
Oh, yeah, no, and obviously we've told him to leave many times, and he keeps saying, why am I being detained? Nobody's detaining you. You're the one that's standing here in the hall. But he seems to think he wants to come back in here and then fill out some kind of a FOIL request, and I said,
requested a FOIL.
which also is online.
Correct, it is online. He
doesn't, they do not have to do it here.
They do not have to do
Okay.
it here. My deputy took a picture just because she was nervous.
Oh,
and
that,
we had
no,
her,
listen,
we had her do that.
I'm recording, we're
and that's
recording
what
him.
He wants that picture, is what he.
Oh, because it doesn't go both ways?
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's
very
not my-
interesting,
He
the
also said
logic.
he can't write, and that we should write the
We
form.
need to fill out.
Oh, no.
She filled out the form for me.
Why did you even start?
I wanted him out of the office.
Okay,
'cause
yeah,
he's upset
okay.
with my staff.
So if he wants to fill out something for a FOIL request, have at it, it's online. You can
Yes,
find the
he
form
can do it
online.
online. We'll be
He can
happy.
Okay.
fill it out with voice to text online, so it's not an ADA issue.
That's
So
not
that is
his,
what he
okay,
Remember, he can write.
okay.
But he was making my staff way too uncomfortable.
Right, right. I mean, clearly,
His
he's,
totally demeanor.
except for the funny thing is, he's the one out here shaking, so.
Yeah.
He also called her a bitch.
Yeah, he already told me that right in the beginning.
Clearly,
Yeah.
I don't let my staff get abused. So
Starts calling the ladies in here names again, I'll be the one getting arrested.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. I just got the whole story, so.
This is much different than mine, that I came
Nope.
here, took pictures. I said that I can call this lady arrogant bitch, and then they called you and told me they're gonna.
Yeah, so it's exactly what I said before, just they didn't like
The laws broken.
your demeanor, they can refuse service.
Did you
If you want to
hear any
fill out
broken laws, though?
if you want to fill out right now, the law is going to be trespassing. That's ultimately what it's going to be.
God, guys, how can she be a deputy? How can she literally be this dumb? Did you literally hear everything she just said in that office? She's literally wrong about it all. She's being sued for it. I don't know. There's definitely going to be a part 4. We're going to catch up to Bethany, folks. Hit that thumbs up for me and make sure you're subscribed because there's definitely going to be a part 4.
If that because you've been asked to leave multiple times, but you don't seem to understand that you don't have the right to be here. So that's really, you're waiting for our sergeant to explain that to you, which is fine. They said that the FOIL request. No, I'm not right now. No.
I understand trespassing law.
The FOIL request. Are they calling us or? Okay. The FOIL request, that is something you can do online. You do not have to have it filled out here in paper. And they also.
The law says I can fill it out here, though.
It's right.
It says you are able to. You can. It doesn't say that you must. So there are alternatives.
It says I can.
And if they've asked you not to come back here, then or they ask you.
We'll sue 'em. And you're gonna be on
That's
the lawsuit
okay.
because you're the big dummy that's gonna allow it.
Gotcha, bitch.
Okay. I'm just telling you.
I'm done talking to you.
I'm just telling you what I found out. She doesn't know what I found out.
My car already here. He knows where I'm going.
Your car?
Oh, yeah.
No. Like I said, you didn't identify
He
yourself,
drove
so
by.
I don't know.
He drove by a little bit ago and came back.
Well, he's probably not familiar with where the driveway entrance is.
That's all.
It's a
It's
skinny
kind of
driveway.
Yeah. I'll just come this way.
So yeah, he's just so this is what the beginning of the story is. He goes in, he comes in, he's got his camera, you know, he's recording and stuff like that. And when he goes into the main office, the girls are then like the one says to him,
Hey,
"Oh,
how are you,
now
sir?
good, now he came out. All right, perfect."
Okay. Jason, I'm the sergeant with the sheriff's office.
Now he left. Huh?
Okay, well, I'll be in a second.
Are you gonna detain me out here?
No.
Okay.
You want to tell them to lock? Okay.
I think they just locked.
All right, we're good. Thank you.
They just.
All right, they've locked him out. So
Jason Edel, I'm a sergeant with the sheriff's office.
How you doing?
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
All right. You want to stop back in here? I just want to be inside.
Okay, well, I'll be in a second.
You gonna detain me out here?
No, not at all.
I don't understand what's going on here. I really don't want to run
Okay.
around. I really don't want to make the sheriff's department look as bad as this woman here.
Explain to me what's going on.
Well, you just heard they locked me out of a public building for taking photos and free speech.
Okay.
What's going on is I came in to take pictures.
Did you
of the town
request to
office.
see me?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what can I help you with?
I would like you to explain to me why I'm being trespassed out of here.
We're not arresting you. You
Well,
have
I understand
you have full First
I
Amendment rights.
haven't been
Wait, can we
arrested.
talk without being interrupted?
Yeah. go ahead.
Okay, so you have full First Amendment rights, freedom of
Except for in
speech,
there.
everything. I can't speak for the town. We're not going to arrest you. We're not going to kick you off the property. We're going to let you have full rights of your First Amendment or whatever you want to do here. Is there a complaint against the deputies?
Yes.
Okay, what's the complaint against the deputies?
They detained me they stopped my free movement in this building.
Did they put you in handcuffs?
They put their hands on me. They stopped me from moving. They stood in doorways of publicly accessible areas. They enforced feelings, not law today.
Okay. Well,
and that's a big problem.
Well,
she's calling this public property. This is public property, right?
Correct.
All right. Your deputy here is calling it private property.
And then when you, the sergeant, gets here, I'm gonna have much bigger problems because apparently you're a bigger asshole than her, according to her. All right. And you're laughing, but that's the warning you gave me about him coming. That is the warning you gave me when he's coming. You're gonna have real problems when he gets here. He seems a lot nicer. You stop talking. Right?
Hey, please don't be disrespectful to the deputies.
She's a big dumb.
Hey, don't call calling names. That's petty.
I mean, would you call somebody who doesn't know the law?
Have I called you any names?
Well, you better not. You're in uniform. You're respected not to.
I would never call you any names, so I'm asking politely, can you please not call the deputies' names?
Well,
Out of respect. All right, because we can have respectful conversations, but if you're going to start calling, there's no general order that states that the deputies have to take verbal abuse from people, okay?
The First Amendment?
So,
First Amendment?
we can walk away right now if you're going to call names.
Well, I'm just saying. If she's
So
gonna be a
that's what I'm
dum-dum,
saying.
I'm going to address her as a dum-dum.
All right,
Would you like
listen,
me to, let me
you guys can
explain.
go. I will talk to him,
I'll
okay?
tell you the-
No,
just so you know
no.
what's
Why
going
don't you
on.
guys go?
Just
If he's
go
going to
ahead.
call you guys names,
Yeah.
that's fine.
No,
You
she's
guys can
cool.
get out of. You guys can get out of here if
She's
you
pretty
want.
cool. She's not as
Anyway,
knowledgeable.
All right,
She's cool.
but you don't need to
She's
be
much
derogatory to deputies. You don't need to call them names. Doesn't matter what it is. We're
She
not
violated
children.
my rights. I have the right to be pissed off. I have the right
You
to
have
call
the
her
right
an
to be-
idiot. I have the right to call
Okay,
her a dum-dum.
please leave.
Dismiss.
Please leave.
Beat it.
Because you're not going to call them names in front of me.
Why
I'm not going to allow that.
You're not going to allow my First Amendment right?
No, you can call them names, but I'm not going to allow them to sit here and take the abuse.
Well, if they're acting dumb, why can't they be called dumb?
That's your choice, and you can do that.
I'm going to.
But I'm not going to allow my deputies.
You're not going to do anything about the ignorance of the law here?
So do you want to discuss it or
Yeah,
no?
I do.
Okay, so let's have a conversation about it. All right?
All right, what law did they use to remove me from this building?
I
stop me
told
from
you.
going in the offices?
You have First Amendment rights to do whatever. Okay?
Not with your deputies here.
Okay.
They physically held
I
me
will-
out of the offices.
I will review their body camera later, and I will see what happened.
Well,
okay?
All right, let's address your deputy calling this private property, and they can trespass me because they don't like me here.
I don't know. I'll talk to them later now.
I mean, is that right?
I mean, we could have had a discussion, but you
let's
decided to
sound it-
call them
I don't
names.
want her here. She's an absolute idiot.
Okay.
Absolute idiot.
We could have all had a group
She was
discussion.
the biggest problem of this whole situation was her.
We could have had a group discussion, but you decided to call them names.
I don't have a word to say to that woman.
Okay, that's fine.
Other than, I got some choice words I'd like
So
to
now,
say to her.
now I'm going to have to review body camera to
Right.
see. Okay? Because it's
I'd like
just
to
you and
file
I
that
here.
complaint.
What's that?
I'd like to file a complaint on her as well.
Okay, and you know all the FOIL acts. You can get the body camera yourself, and we will assess that and give it to you. If you fill out the paperwork, we're more than here to help you as well. You're a citizen of New York, okay? David, we appreciate you. Thank you for doing what you do, but you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is today, huh?
So
I'm just saying that you're mad because I called her stupid.
I'm not mad at all.
You are. You're getting worked up and you're ready to dismiss me and leave, and I don't have to listen to it, but you do because you're the supervisor, and you're the one who, when they act up and when they act stupid and when they do stupid stuff, you're the one I'm supposed to be able to come talk to.
I'm not going to allow you to verbally abuse the deputies. They don't need to take that from
Then they
anybody.
should learn the law. If they learn the law and they
So
knew the
that
law,
gives
we
you
would have had no
that
problem
gives you
here.
the right to be derogatory towards them?
All right. If you came over here and violated my rights, I don't have the right to say something derogatory towards you. I think if you violate my rights and physically put your hands on me, I think I could physically defend myself, let alone verbally say something.
You sure can. And as their supervisor, then I can remove them from the situation because I'm not going to allow you to verbally assault them. Okay?
I think calling somebody stupid, I think, is a little, less than PG.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help you?
I don't think there's a thing you're going to do.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you today,
it's
sir.
Not a pleasure. I'm not even shaking your hand because your attitude, the sheriff's department here, was a total fail. You guys are acting like trash here today. You came in like you were going to be nice, but all you guys did is pin me to lock the door out here. Now you're going to be like, oh, you got your First Amendment rights. You got your First Amendment.
I showed up here with you as you requested, okay? If you don't have anything else for me, we have other things to do today, okay? So, again, it was a pleasure meeting you. If there's nothing else that I can do for you, then my apologies. Okay? Are we good here?
I mean, as good as it's going to get. I
Okay.
think you
well, you have a good afternoon then, sir. Okay?
Down here today, it is July 1st. We're in the Village of Pittsford for a revisit. We served them up a lawsuit, and we tried to do it in person, but they closed early the day we came, so we ended up certified mailing it. But we still have to do the revisit, and we still have to ask them about the lawsuit. So with no further ado, let's go ahead and get inside and find out what they think about locking me out and getting sued for it.
So what you heard in the body camera footage by Bethany Masson telling her that I do not have a right to be in a public place just because it's a public place. And she couldn't be more dead set wrong. And this video you're about to watch, you're going to realize that this lawsuit was absolutely necessary. Now, I'm not a big proponent of serving up lawsuits because at the end of the day, it tends to be the taxpayers who got to foot the bill. But sometimes that's what it takes to catch their attention. Now, when you see the setup of this office and the new system, if I never served that lawsuit, they would have walked all over me and thought that they could just throw me out and call the police again. But the lawsuit makes them think, and they realize they can no longer just throw me out, and I do have an absolute right to be in a public place. Leave your comments what you think about this interaction, and this is the interaction that proves everything you heard Bethany tell that clerk in the body camera footage we just watched is false, and you'll see that we are allowed to be there, fam.
This is where they go through here. How you doing?
She said they'll be right with you.
You work here?
No, I just came out of a meeting for the bicentennial of the Erie Canal.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Why?
Is there an open meeting going on in there?
No! No. I was asking a question about permits to hang banners along the bridges for the bicentennial.
I sued the town
Oh,
in our village
yes.
for locking me out for video recording. Now they put all these signs up. Someone will come here and do some video recording and maybe get to sue them a second time if they didn't learn their lesson.
Oh, God. Yeah. Video recordings during a board meeting?
No, just in this lobby here.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck. I hope you can.
Video recorder is not permitted. This is the town clerk right here. She got sued. You work here? Is your job to keep that door closed? You guys didn't learn anything from your shenanigans, huh? You guys didn't learn anything from your shenanigans. You got these signs up, huh?
Yes, we do.
Did you get my lawsuit that I served you?
Yes, we have received it. It's been forwarded on to our insurance company.
That's your insurance company's gonna pay. What's up with these signs? What would make you think these signs are even legal or legible?
You're free to film, do what you want.
Well, why are the signs up?
The board made that decision, so you're free to do what you want to do. Is there anything we can help you with outside of that today?
I need you to file a FOIL request for me real quick about the policy
A FOIL
procedures.
request, I
Yes.
suggest you reach out to someone that can assist you with that. I don't want the responsibility of filling out
You're
your
being
FOIL.
sued for not filling it out once. You want to be sued again? Because it's in the lawsuit because you refused to do it for me.
As I said,
You locked the doors. You kicked me
sir,
out.
I'm not going to get into that. That's a legal matter. We'll let that
So
be
you're
settled.
not going to fill out a FOIL request for me?
What I'm saying is, I will not
I'll
take.
serve a second lawsuit. I have no problem with that. If you want to just forward it to the insurance company, we'll just keep
If you
cashing
won't let
in.
me answer, I can't answer your question. If you will be, I will be happy to fill a FOIL request for you, but I will not be happy to write it out for you. If you want a FOIL request done, you should fill it out yourself or have someone you can fill it. We can provide, get you information, an
So
agency
you're going to
that can.
refuse again?
No, that isn't what I'm saying, is it? You can give you an agency that can fill out the form for you, so you can get it to me, or you can go online and type it and send it to me, but I will not fill out the form. I will not take the responsibility for your form being filled out correctly. And we have that information. Here you go. Here's for the ADA, so they can help you with that.
Yeah.
Okay? And once I receive it, I'll be happy.
This is your idea of serving the public?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Is there anything else today?
No, what did you think about the lawsuit?
I don't have to comment on that.
You know what? I think she's right. I don't think she has to comment on it. I think by her behavior here today and her willingness to say that she's not going to interfere with my First Amendment rights to be in that lobby and take photographs says everything that you and I want to hear. That she realizes that I do have a right and that Maston and her advice was clearly wrong. Those signs went up well before the lawsuit got served, and had somebody walked in there before that lawsuit got served, you know they would have interrupted their person's First Amendment rights.
You don't have to comment. You're an elected official or appointed?
I do not have to provide
Appointed?
comment. It's a legal matter, sir.
We'll get together after.
Is this supervisor in today?
My supervisor,
The supervisor will tell you.
give me one moment.
Thanks again, Alexandria.
You see all this? This is all to avoid camera being in here, guys. And then they realize that they legally have to let the cameras in here. And they let the cameras in. So now you got this guy here. Help you maybe? Push, go for it. Push it.
Oh, thanks.
Are you kidding me, fam? Did you see that? That's a fire code violation. That's a fire hazard. This dude couldn't even get out of the office. He couldn't figure out how to buzz himself out. I had to help this gentleman buzz himself out of the office. These people are locked in.
all this nonsense and all this extra money on the taxpayers' dime for these stuff here so that they can limit cameras in here. So that they can limit the cameras in here. You see how we all see how well that went over.
Mr. Mormon, you're free to email Mayor Plummer. She'll be happy to set an appointment with you. She's in a meeting right now and cannot see you.
Yeah, I'm sure she will send lots of emails about these signs and phone calls. I'm sure the public will just love what you guys did down here.
Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
Do you think it's a little ridiculous that this
Again,
new
I'm not gonna
system?
speak to
I mean,
that.
you guys spent all this money and time on this system, put it in here to stop what? A camera from working in here? What's happening right now? A camera
Mr.
working
Mormon,
here.
you're filming. We're not stopping you. Please
I understand
proceed.
that.
If you have anything
But
further,
don't you
I
think
can
it's
assist you.
ridiculous that you guys went through all this restraint to
I'm
put
not
this camera up and you can't even stop a camera?
I'm not responding to that question.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. It looks dumb.
Is there anything else I can assist you with?
No, you're pretty unhelpful as a matter of fact.
Glad I could be of assistance. Have a great day.
Glad you could be unhelpful. You know what that lawsuit is? It's a real bitch, ain't it? Constitutionally protected speech when it's a real bitch. And you know what this, all this here is. This is a real bitch for the taxpayers. Did it accomplish anything? No, it didn't stop anybody from recording in here. It's a real waste of money. It was a real piss poor decision on the town or the village here. That's pretty sad. But we'll see how they like their lawsuit. Unreal. Village board meeting. We just missed the meeting, and that's the supervisor doesn't want to, or the mayor, I should say. It's not really the supervisor, it's the mayor. Really sour pusses. What a joke. What a joke. Please use intercom, no recording allowed. Are they dumb? When they must have put this up before they got served with the lawsuit because they weren't going to try to enforce it. That's a fact. Unbelievable. This is the revisit. This is the type of respect we get from here. This is unreal, actually. I'm very disappointed in this. Well, we'll have to serve them up another lawsuit. They want to refuse to give out the stuff we want. She's in a meeting right now. Let's see what kind of meeting she's in. She's in a meeting right now, guys. Looks like a real important meeting. Unbelievable. Oh man, that is something. That is really something. Wow. Well, folks, apparently the Village of Pittsford didn't learn a lesson at all. Damn. They gave us this notice here so that we can go find somebody at 88 Networks to write my request for me, but they will not write it for me here. Oh my God.
Make sure you leave your comments in the comment section, family, because I can't wait to hear what you think about that revisit. And of course, everybody, make sure you're subscribed because there's definitely going to be a part 4. We have to catch up with Bethany, the one who gives bad advice and gets the whole shebang sued, folks. So leave a comment, hit that thumbs up, share the video, and be ready for the next one because like Rogue Nation says, with these public servants like this, there's always going to be a next one, folks. So I love you all. Hit that thumbs up on the way out.
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
He claims he's got like a following of 100,000 people and they're all going to watch this video and it'll be great. All of these like-minded people will just see our smiling faces. He is confused about the fact that this is a public building, which I have said that the fact that you are servicing or serving the public does not mean that you cannot refuse service. Refuse service.
Refuse service.
It's out in Erie County, fam. Yeah. Corruption cruiser rolls into town. Our public servants better not clown. Our rights respected, no backing down. I audit them all, Constitution showdown. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Cops scatter, they know the name. First Amendment on our side, we got no shame. Document them all, expose their games. Do it for the people, not for the fame. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making a mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Flexing our rights, a man with a mission. Constitution on our side, never asked for permission. Taking pictures and videos and hey, might just take a piece of public candy. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Come the government dogs with their charges and cuffs, barking up the wrong tree, acting so tough. We'll FOIL request the body cams and all their reports. Brittany Penn, Berthy gonna neuter them in court. Turn on the camera, light up the dark. Erie County fam making our mark. Power to the people, don't lose your spark. This dog will bite, not just bark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, fam. We out.
Pull the Constitution out of your pockets in here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
We have every right to film. Oh, here, there.
Your name is not Dan Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah.
Sure it is. On here is Dan Erie County.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.